folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday. So I hope you all have a really nice weekend. I hope you're getting your weekend started with a bang, so to speak, and I hope this video finds you well and you're in good health. So I want to talk pretty much about the development team, our devs, so to speak, and I want to get this video out there because I think it's really important because everybody knows what's going on in the SHIB community. It's something that is whispered about, it's spoken about, people have spoken out about it before, Matthew Perry being one, and the devs actually went out and wrote an article slandering him, and this was totally out of line. This is something that devs shouldn't do, and the fact that they're shafting their SHIB holders at every possible turn, and there's a lot of people who stand by them, and I get it, but at the same time you have to kind of look at the evidence, and both Bone and Leash was created by them, and Shibarium 100%. Yes. But yeah, anyway, let's move over to our dev team. Who are our dev team? Well, they're a group of people that are all come together from the community, and they've all suffered. They all have an emotional commitment to this. Are they paid? No. Have they written anything into the code that benefits them in any way, shape or form? No. Apart from the ability to become a validator, which everybody has the right to utilise that, and that's why this is a community-led coin. But the way it stands is, right, our devs work for us, okay? They don't work for themselves. They're here to maintain the welfare of the blockchain. They're here to see through the community's will and wishes. And the will and wishes of the community was to get staking back, get governance restored, get everything back in order, and then implement a burn mechanism, which is implemented by the dev team and brought forward by the community, proposed by someone from the community, which is Vegas, and then actually following that route of actually doing what the community wants. Now, have the SHIB dev team at one point ever put any kind of burn tax on the system? Nope. Could they? Yeah, of course they could, because they're the developers. They can do whatever they want. If they can make Bone the gas for Shibarium, then I'm pretty sure that they could use SHIB, like, so to speak. Now, SHIB in itself is a community experiment, or supposed to be, but we all know it's heavily controlled by whales. There's nothing to stop those whales controlling the price and things like that, and that's just a God's honest truth. But our dev team have things in place for this. Now, in the event of getting a malicious actor, there would be a fork, but guess who gets forked? The malicious actor. Guess who stays totally normal, nothing ever actually changes? Us, the holders. And it really does suppress that ability for a whale to come in and act maliciously. Now, obviously they wouldn't do that if there's a whale holder that holds that many coins, but if they was to perform a malicious act or start to perform something malicious, then that would happen, and that's a fail-safe that's put in place, and the 20% voting power max cap is put in place to stop a malicious actor. The 60-day wait period for new validators is to prevent malicious actors gaining a lot of staking vote power through huge delegation, so to speak. And that's not to say that it's going to prevent it, because it might not, and we might see that, but as far as we're aware, there's no malicious actors out there that we can make out other than obviously what's in the Binance wallet, and we don't know what the purpose is for that. There is obviously a purpose for those coins. Whoever's holding them, buying them, has bought them for a purpose. You don't buy them just to sit on them forever. That's just not how crypto works. Everybody's in it to make money, aren't they? Exactly. And they can make a lot of money from staking those coins over and over and over and over and over. But going back to our dev team, and they're always going to be there to help the community. They're always going to be there to safeguard us. They're always going to be there to maintain the blockchain and its welfare. Okay? There's no control takeover. Okay? All that happens is they have the active code base, or the active repository. Meaning that when we want to actually apply a parameter change proposal, it's actually going to go through instead of failing or putting the system into panic mode. It's actually going to work. And then in the future, when we need to make more changes, we can do it. Because everything's fixed. Terra Rebels have the active repository. Everything goes through on the governance, is voted for. Terra Rebels make it happen. And it's as simple as that. And the 26th of this month is going to be interesting because it could just happen on that date. And Ed's given us that date and it's an approximate. It could happen before. It could happen a couple of weeks later. We just don't know because of the speed of the blockchain and the way the metrics are just not working properly. Because when this thing got shut down, it was shut down in a stage of where everything was different. There was only like 100 million coins, wasn't there? 100 billion? 100 billion coins? Yeah, 100 billion. So the metrics are built around that. And yeah, it's really interesting. It seems that someone's doing something to Terra Station and they're fixing something. And I believe whoever's behind the app and the Terra Station and actually like maintains this actual thing itself is actually getting us ready. It looks really good as well because before we didn't have the ability to go in like this and click delegate. And obviously, for obvious reasons, you can't delegate, which is staking, by the way, folks. Okay, once you delegate your coins, you're therefore staking them. And yeah, it says here it's just not supported, and this is the current block height. So if you ever want to know the current block height really quickly, just go to this tab, click delegate, and you can see what block height we're at. And Ed has given us a block height. I'm going to do a video around it, and I'm going to work with a couple of people that I do work with, and one of them's behind obviously the website LUNCPenguin. He's the server owner and the developer, so to speak. I just pass the information on. He makes it all a reality, so to speak, and we're going to be doing pretty much a investigation into this blockchain hole firstly, and could we possibly see another move from the Binance main withdrawal wallet, because the last time it did make a move was during a blockchain hole, and it seems like this is the best time for them to move coins. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting, isn't it? When we get staking back, there will be, in my opinion, a FOMO staking event, and there'll be a lot of volume happen in a very short space of time. So yeah, and talking about metrics, if you want to see how off they are, just look at the staking returns at the moment. It's really interesting. But yeah, transaction volume has actually updated recently, which is really good. We wasn't getting this correct before, but we seem to be actually getting the correct numbers now. But only recently you can see it stopped on the 24th, and now it started again on the 2nd, which is really good. So in my opinion, someone's working on Terra Station and getting it all ready, sorting the metrics out, correcting the wallets and things like that. And we do have a lot of active wallets, and these wallets are doing stuff. They're frequently doing things. So they're active, they have LUNACLASSIC, or they have some other coins, and they're doing stuff all the time. You can look at the tax rewards and everything like that here. But folks, honestly, have a lovely Saturday. Try not to worry too much about crypto. We're going through a huge transition period here with LUNACLASSIC. So if you're holding back for the long run, honestly, just go enjoy your weekend. That's the best thing to do, folks. Stay safe out there. There's a lot of scammers, a lot of doppelgangers, a lot of WhatsApp numbers. Don't message none of them. Don't fall for those traps. Tap a like, tap the subscribe, tap the notifications bell. Be informed every time we drop fresh content. Always posting content. We are a regular provider of good, solid content that's not based around shocked emojis and clickbaits and all kind of things like that. We don't clickbait here at Happy Catty Crypto or on the Let It Burn channel. If you've not subscribed there, awesome channel, totally independent content to this channel. It does provide a lot more. So folks, catch you in the next one. Not financial advice.